Hi, hello, it is me. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Casey. Ignore the shoes in the background. I did not choose a good background for this. Anyway, my name is Casey. I go by Pumpkin online. I want to start vlogging. So here we are. I got my nails done this morning for the first time in freaking forever. Can you see them? The lighting in here is kind of terrible. I literally haven't got my nails done since December. I was feeling very manly with no nails. Like, I was hating it so bad. I did end up getting them a size shorter just because I work a very physical job and it's really, really hard for me to not break these recently. So, and it's kind of expensive just to be breaking them constantly. So that's the vibe. I have my URL shirt on. Wait, look at my URL shirt. I love it. I got it for my birthday because Smosh was like, hey, here's a coupon for your birthday. And I was like, okay. I got this half off. So I was like, I will be purchasing that. I don't know what time, but it is my mom's birthday. So we're going out to eat for her birthday tonight. I'm very, very excited about it. So I also need to eventually get ready for that. I feel like this lighting is so dark. I'm so sorry. Could you even see me? It's fine. But yeah, that's the plan. I also completely forgot to bring it up, but one thing that I love about TikTok that I think is so funny is literally I will spend like hours working on something, literal hours, and I'll be like dedicated to the craft. I'll be like, this is gonna be such a good video, and it'll get like 300 views. And then literally I'll just be sitting on my couch watching the newest Smosh Mouth episode and go, oh, I didn't peg Shane Top as a girl group stan. That's funny. Screen record it, crop it in the way that I want it to look, and then literally just put, oh my gosh, Shane Top loves girl groups. And it got 100,000 views in like 12 hours. I know that is how it works. I've had that happen many times. This is not new, but every time it baffles me like it's never happened to me before. I feel like that says more about me than it does about the algorithm, but I digress. My pre-workout is still not here, but while I'm waiting, I need to read, and so I thought I would tell you that I started Tradwife yesterday, and I am, ignore the Ash Trevino body cam in the back. Don't ask questions. Anyway, I started Tradwife yesterday, and I like fully, when I bought this book, was like, this is going to be the best book I read this year or the worst. And I can confidently say that I am really liking it so far. It is my aardvark pick, one of my aardvark picks for this month. And then also I'm reading it for Kayla over at Books and Lala, her Buzzwordathon challenge for Silhouette on the cover. I don't know if you can see them, but I already have like 3 tabs. So, and like, okay, I just love when a book comes out at the most perfect time. Like, if you want to hear me rant about the Super Bowl stuff, I've done plenty of ranting on my TikTok account, but the like opener to this book is this: above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Oh, okay. Can I hold this hardback book backwards? Maybe if I hold it the right way. Like, that just is very fitting. That is very fitting for what happened at the Super Bowl the other day. So, anyway, like I said, I've already ranted about that. But I'm really excited for this. And it's very, like, it's not very short, or it's not very long. It's like just over 300 pages. I think it was like 306. But this basically has already kicked off. I'm like, okay, we're already into, like, in the first 3 chapters, which is how many pages in? Because that's how many chapters I am in. 16 pages. Everything laid out in the synopsis has already happened. And I love that. I hate when I read a synopsis and it takes a third of the way through to get to anything past that. I don't know. There's probably more in the synopsis, but the only thing that I knew about this going in was this is about this woman. I've already forgotten her name. It's like Camille, isn't it? Yes. Camille, she is a trad wife influencer, and she has, the perfect life, the perfect husband, the perfect home. She hand cooks all these meals, she does all these things, but the only thing that she does not have that she believes would take her trad wife content to the next level is a child. She doesn't have a kid. And she's been trying and trying and trying to have a kid, and nothing is working. And she has this old well out behind her house that she like discovered a couple weeks ago, but she has not told her husband is there. And she like, after filming a like, oh, let's see if this pregnancy test is positive, and getting another negative, she like runs outside and gets really frustrated and sad, and she takes a penny and she goes outside to this well, and she's like, I wish to have a baby. I want to have a baby. And this well is like spooky. Like, I was getting scared while I was reading this last night. And so like, that is the premise. That happened in the first 17 pages. She goes out to the well. She's like, hey, I want the baby. And something grants her wish. A demon of sorts, it seems. But yeah, that is how far in I have gotten. I have not gotten very far at all. But I'm really, really liking it so far. I really like how it's written, which this is not a debut author. A lot of the times, Aardvark picks, like, debut authors, but this author also wrote Serial Killer Support Group. I don't think maybe I have heard of this author. I don't even remember, but the writing is something that I get scared about a lot when it comes to Aardvark books, just because I have been so burned by some of their books in the past. But I will read you this. This is chapter 1. This is the last page of chapter 1, the last paragraph of chapter 1. Looking at my reddening face in the gold-trimmed bathroom mirror, I picture slamming a fist into the glass, watching shards drive into my knuckles and wrist, scowling as blood runs down my arm, staining my beautiful taupe linen dress. Instead, I shake my head, golden locks swaying, dab at my eyes, and smile. I love that. Like, okay, so I made a bingo board. If I can remember, I'll insert it here. But of like my favorite tropes and types of things to read. And I'm going to try to read as many books that fit this bingo as I can for the year, because I want to read books that I actually like. Who would have thought? And one of my squares on the bingo board is I support women's rights, and I also support women's wrongs. And like, this just might be one of those times. You know what I mean? I don't know. I completely forgot. This is so unrelated, but I completely forgot that the new Overwatch season drops today. So we're gonna go to the coffee shop tomorrow. We are not gonna go today. I'm so sorry if you really wanted to see coffee shop B-roll. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to go tomorrow because season 1 of Overwatch, not just Overwatch 2, the 2 is gone. We need to be sat. Okay, 5 new heroes. All the cosmetics. We have to be sat. You know what I mean? But yeah, I need to be reading, but for some reason I'm watching Ash Trevino's body cam, which is like 30 minutes long. Maybe I'll read after I finish this. I really need to. I could easily see myself finishing this in like 2 or 3 days. I think it's going to be very, very, very good. I have very high hopes. Like, I was very nervous, but the first 3 chapters, they sold me. I am fully sold. And this is one of my 26 books to read in 2026. So we're marking off a lot of things here. So yeah, I will let you know. I also need to, I'm not going to do it right now. I need to rant about the book club book we chose for this month. We read Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I gave it a 1 star. Y'all, I'm not ready to rant about it. I'm not. I will save that for later. But that book is so bad. It was so bad. And it was written in 2018. And it's very 2018. Like, reading it, I was like, do you ever just consume something from pre-COVID and you're like, this is so pre-COVID energy? And I mean that in the nicest way, because I loved, what was On Honeymooners? I loved that book. I ate that book down. I haven't read The Paradise Problem. It just feels like more of the same. I don't feel like I'm going to necessarily get as much out of that book. I loved The On Honeymooners. This, no. No. But I'll rant about it later. Let me get on to this body cam real quick. Let me just get on with it. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. It's many hours later. I did not update you at all. I'm so sorry. Because I forgot that season 1 of Overwatch dropped today. So I played for like 2 hours. I'm still watching Bro You Act stream. I have to tell you all the story of how somebody gifted me a Prime sub for his Twitch streams, and I had no clue. Like, I literally did not know. And literally, like, okay, so I went from watching one of his streams to watching one of Emong's, and I was like, man, like, I haven't had an ad in like an hour. This is great. And then as soon as I joined Emong's stream, I got like 7 ads back to back, and I was like, this is so weird. Why are there more ads on Emong's on Emong's stream than Where You At? So I was like, that's so weird. And then at one point during one of his streams, he was like, oh, drop this emote in chat, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you can only emote if you have a Prime sub. So I was like, I'm gonna test this out. I have all the emotes. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't even realize it, because a lot of the time when I'm watching Bro You Act streams, I'm kind of just lurking, like I'm doing other things, or like I'm playing Overwatch myself. So I am not very self-aware. I'm not very observant. But I'm watching his stream right now. I felt so bad because one of the things that you can do, you can redeem to see his dog Pancakes, and I woke her up. I felt so bad. But while I'm waiting for like my sister to get off work, my stepdad to get off work, my mom's gonna take a nap, and I'm gonna play some more Overwatch. Probably get in and play some comp. I want to play Emre in comp. I played one Emre game, and I went like 12-2. I was like, this character is so fun. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play some comp. And yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Bro You Act stream. Y'all know I need those loot boxes. Yeah. Okay guys, it is 10:58. It's very late. I'm an old person. I can't be staying up this late no more. But I thought that I was going to play a little bit of Overwatch tonight before I went to sleep, but I'm very tired, so I'm not gonna do that. I also thought that I was going to get to page 100 of Tradwife, but I didn't. Oh, I'm tripping over my bed. But I didn't, unfortunately. But I'm on page like 60 something. So freaking creepy. Like, there's like stuff happening to her in her house when she's home alone, and I'm like, ooh, I hate that, because I'm home alone all the time. I hate it. But it's very, very creepy, very unsettling. I'm enjoying it a lot. But the reason why I didn't get to the 100-page mark, I felt like there was a hair in my mouth. Anyway, the reason why I didn't get to the 100-page mark was because I was spending a whole bunch of time editing this very video that you are watching. For those of you that don't know, if you've never watched my TikToks before, I am very particular about editing. Like, very, very particular. I just very, very picky about, like, it has to be right. It has to be the exact way that I want it. I think I got it. I did. It was like just a little short hair. Ew. I'm very particular about how I like things to be. And that's just kind of how I am. But the good thing is part of what I spent doing, I won't have to do again. Most of what I spent my time doing was on Canva finding an intro clip and an outro clip that I could insert like overlays on in CapCut. I did not think about at all, because one of the reasons why I haven't made a YouTube channel in all these years is because I was like, how am I gonna edit it? Where am I gonna edit it? I don't want to have to pay for an editing software. TLDR, I did like a week or two ago start paying for CapCut. Just because I post so much now. Like when I could not justify paying for it when I was using it for like one post every 2 months, like back in the day. But now that I'm posting like 3-ish, sometimes 4 videos a day, like I use it quite a bit. I mean, I still edit a lot of videos in TikTok, don't get me wrong, but I saw a girl who I love watching her TikTok. She made a TikTok about her editing process for her YouTube videos, and she was using CapCut, and I was like, why have I never thought of that? So and I also spent a lot of time getting the intro sound and the outro sound. The intro sound that you heard, if you're curious where it's from, that that is from Heyday by Stray Kids. It's like 1:10 into the song, I think. I'm pretty sure. And then the outro song you're gonna hear that you haven't heard yet is Collision, also by Stray Kids. It's the like trumpet intro. I love Collision. It's probably my second favorite Stray Kids song. Maybe my third, but I think it's probably my second right now. I just love Collision. She does not get her flowers like she deserves. But yeah, I think I was originally going to do 2 videos in one for today, just because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna have any footage. I have like 20 minutes, not quite 20. I think on CapCut right now it's like 15 minutes, but I'm like, that is a lot of time. And I know your attention span is short, so I will be back tomorrow. I think I've already decided I'm gonna kind of do a short form TikTok video tomorrow, being like, follow me, day in my life as a 23-year-old with no friends and no life on her day off, and just do like, here's me working out, here's me going to the coffee shop, here's me, like, I think I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow as well as another long form of this. But yeah, you'll see all the end card. And yes, I got it on Canva for free, because that is one thing I'm not gonna pay for. It's fucking Canva. Are you crazy? But yeah, you will see my Canva intro and outro, so I hope you like it. I hope it's not terrible. I just picked one of the first ones I saw. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but once again, I'm not paying for it. Anyway, yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye.